I've been watching college football a long time, and I've seen some wild shit in my day. Georgia Tech at Colorado. Georgia Tech turned the ball over on their first possession, on their second possession, and on their third possession. They turned the ball over on their first three possessions. 3 turnovers for Georgia Tech in the first quarter on the road, and somehow they're winning. I don't know if I've ever seen that. 3 turnovers in a row, all in the first quarter, and somehow they go to halftime with a lead. They're up 13-10, I think it is, over Colorado. Colorado's done absolutely nothing offensively. They are missing Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter and those wide receivers from last year in a bad fucking way. The only touchdown they have, Colorado, was off of the first Georgia Tech turnover, which was Georgia Tech turned it over in their own red zone. So the Colorado touchdown drive was like a 15-yard drive. They had one other decent drive where they did it in a field goal. But other than that, they haven't been able to do anything at all. But for Georgia Tech to turn that thing over 3 times in the first quarter and Colorado to only come away with 7 points, that told me right then they were going to lose. Colorado was a small underdog in this game, 3 or 4 points, depending on where you looked. And when you are given a golden opportunity like that at home as a small underdog, you have got to take full advantage of that. You've got to score on at least 2 or 3 of those. And even though it's a close game at halftime with Georgia Tech only being up 13-10, because of the way the first half went, I don't see any way possible Colorado wins this game. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm a huge degenerate. And I did bet Georgia Tech -3 in this game, so I obviously hope Georgia Tech hangs on and wins. But I don't see. Colorado offensively has been absolute dog shit. I mean, they're just terrible. They can't do anything. They showed Deion Sanders over on the sideline. This guy looks dazed and confused, looks lost. He gave an interview complaining about the student section smoking weed or something. I know he doesn't do drugs, but my God, he looks stoned out of his... He looks like he don't even want to be there. Probably because he doesn't have any kids to watch anymore. That was the only reason he was ever there to begin with, was to watch his own damn kids. He's not a coach. The coordinators and the position coaches and the assistants do all the coaching there. Deion is like a Flavor Flav to Public Enemy. Like, he doesn't really... he's just a hype man, you know? And I love Flavor Flav. He was, but he wasn't doing the work. Anyway, Georgia Tech should pull away in the second half and win that game. We'll see. The other one, Baylor and Auburn. It looked like Auburn was about to run them out of their own damn building. This might be a coach gets fired game between Auburn and Baylor. Dave Aranda's been a massive disappointment at Baylor. Hugh Freeze, disappointment would be an understatement for what he's done at Auburn. He hasn't even had a winning record. Auburn's lost 7 games 4 years in a row. I mean, they've been bad. Now, Freeze has only been there for 2, but it's been bad. And they bring Jackson Arnold in. He ain't great. Auburn's best play is a pass play that breaks down and Jackson Arnold scrambles and runs. That is literally their best play. Outside of like a deep shot here or there to Cam Coleman where he goes up and makes a miracle catch, Auburn's got no offense to speak of. And their offensive line is absolutely atrocious, which is alarming because they outweigh the Baylor defensive line by like 50 pounds a man. That's where the mismatch in this game was supposed to be in Auburn's favor, was along the lines of scrimmage. Jackson Arnold has 0 time in the pocket on every single pass play. Literally, as soon as he gets the ball in a shotgun and starts to look around, there's Baylor people all over him. He's got to scramble and make something happen. And luckily for Auburn, so far at least, he's been able to do that enough to keep drives alive. And they somehow are managing to win this game. Was it 17-10? But we got a game here, ×2. Both of these games close at the half, 17-10. Barn up on the road over Baylor, 13-10. Georgia Tech up on the road over Colorado. Do I have those scores right? I'm a professional. 13-10 and 17-10. What else is going on? You said? UNLV is winning 7-0 in the first quarter. Of course they are. UNLV is an absolute juggernaut. Y'all trolled because they played with their food against Potato State last week. Yeah, UNLV is going to the playoffs. Stop trolling me about it. Dan Mullen's better than Billy Napier, no matter how mad that makes you. It just is. FIU all over Bethune-Cookman. Kansas 39-7. Jalen Daniels 18 of 25, 280 yards and 4 touchdowns, and they're only in the third quarter. Jalen Daniels is by far the best football player I've seen play this year. Now, a lot of players haven't played yet. You know, tomorrow we got a full day of games and then some games Sunday and Monday. But Jalen Daniels now in his second game has been unbelievable 2 weeks in a row. And Kansas is on a roll, up 39-7. Illinois all over Western Illinois, 37-0. App State beating Charlotte. Kennesaw State hanged in there with Wake Forest. It's 10-9. Is that a baseball game? Wake Forest is beating Kennesaw State 10-9 in the fourth quarter. Disaster. Michigan State up 23-0 over Western Michigan in the fourth quarter. Army loses to Tarleton. What in the fuck is a Tarleton State? Is that some type of a turtle? Like, that sounds like a turtle's name, like a cartoon. Tarleton the Turtle. What the fuck? I don't know. Anyway, we're live streaming these games. If you want to come hang out right here on this channel that you watching right now, come hang out. We'll watch the second half of these games. Two good ones. 17-10, Barn up over Baylor. 13-10, Nerds up over the Fighting Primes. Have a good morning.